Yo. If you fuck with my brothers and you fuck with my life, you'll be the first man being murdered by Dyke. Smack with a dildo, stab with a knife. Hung in a dress while I'm fucking your wife. Worst way to go out, bad way to die. See the bitch ass and see through your eyes. To die by your woman should be no surprise. You act like a bitch and a bitch take your life. Never bite the hand that feeds you. Go back to the kitchen, take a pot and beat you. I fuck with real dudes and it's not in your features. Mad cause all the artists be denying your features. I see you, you not in my lane. You wanna be popping, you lame. I'm telling you right in your face. Yo, papa, yo, we not the same. This shit go. This shit got the hash metal for a loud mouth, so brace yourself. My ditty bop stings, bad boys, mace yourself. Scalpel game, flatline boys, pace your health. Or you can get banged on, boys, fuck how you feel. Now I'm not acting like a fucking dude. I'm only doing what my brothers taught me how to do. I'm just pursuing Benjamins, named after schools. And fuck you with that, fuck you up right after school. This shit go. This shit go. Sometimes I can't play with you bitches out here. Sounding all kinds of crazy. I support the cause, but Madrina's back.
Here come the drums. Mr. Papa semi-automatic in the caddy, kept the paddock, but I slanged it. Every rapper seemed to have it. Batting average of a maverick, living as a death to savage, packing baggage filled with cannabis. You don't.
Mind's really made out of maze. I don't know my way out. I don't take no pills, I'm not crazy. But let me out. Let me know. Please let me go. Let my mind, let me know. I'm really stuck inside my mind. This mental circuit's real. I'm not crazy. Circus is what I'm really about. One elephant in the room, gon' let this animal out. It's post-traumatic. You think average, I'm thinking savage. Some up, subtract the casket. I'm crazy, loco, and drastic. Dramatic case in the basket. One tic-tac away from snacking, and one comment away from banning and blocking and fucking snapping. Oh, y'all really don't get it, get it. Y'all motherfuckers is a headache. Y'all really don't get it, get it. Y'all motherfucker. Matter of fact, listen. Double entendres on Tanya, double menages on Mama. So many times I've been on her, lining her up was an honor. Put zeros right behind commas. This setup was just his promise. The Mac, the Tech, and 2 llamas. That's what you get with Miss Kana. So Papa, coja con calma. Coja con calma. So Papa, coja con calma. Sigue coja con calma. Let me loose. Let me loose. Let my mind. Let my mind, let me know. I told you, I'm not crazy. Let me know. I'm not crazy. Let me know. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Crazy. This is really who I am.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Our Perspectives. My name is Holden Stefan Roy, and joining me tonight is Sara Kana, who's invisible at the moment, but she's there.
I don't want to see y'all
smacking on my food.
That's what it is. Sometimes we start during supper time. But yeah, Flacco is having family dinner with the wife for her birthday. So happy birthday, Damali. We appreciate
Happy
you.
birthday, sis! We love you!
And that was more important. Don't get me wrong, celebrating your family is a very important thing to do. So Flacco's out there doing that. And we're over here holding down the episode today. So thank you to everyone who pulls up and watches. This is a live show. We do it Mondays at 7 p.m. Although we might be a little late today. Sometimes that happens. You know, everybody hustling. And, yeah, so that's kind of where we're at with it. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about today. We're glad to be back with you. And feel free to join the conversation in the comments as we go. On that note, Sara Kana, it's been quite a minute since you've been on the show, so why don't you let the people know what you've been up to? Give them a little update in the life of Sara Kana.
The update in the life of Sara Kana. I have been performing a lot, dropping this music. I have performed all summer. We have a great performance coming up August 10th. You can catch me, Flacco. You can catch Destiny, Manifest. Shout out to Mike Love. August 10th will be in Mount Vernon. August 16th, I'll be in Brooklyn at Secret Pour. And I believe in September we'll be in Jersey. So, sorry guys, I've been quite busy working on the music, doing performances, working in general. And everything's just been a blessing. Redecorating the house, doing everything that comes with adulting in pretty much.
Fair.
But I'm glad to be here today. I miss y'all.
It's good to have you back. So it was a super busy week though, peoples. Uber has this thing called quests, and when you get quests, it's like if you do a number of trips, you get a bonus. Uber hasn't been giving me no quests all year, and it's probably because on New Year's Eve when they last gave me a quest, I had a flat tire, so I didn't do it.
What is it, like a game? Quest is like a game or something they doing now?
Well, it's just like, I mean, it's a game in the sense of if you do 50 trips and you watch the meter fill up, you get more money if you fill up the meter. They call it quests. So in that sense, it's a game, but it's really just work. But if you do more than you maybe were planning on doing, you'll get. I mean, it was alright. You know, I got more money. It was nice, but I had to go finish the quest because the idea is if you do them, they'll give them to you more, and like sometimes a quest will be like do 100 trips and here's an extra $400, and you're like, oh fuck, well now I'll go do all that extra work.
Count me in.
But like to get that, you have to do the bad quests.
Right.
Show the algorithm that this motivates you. So hadn't given me one in all year. Got that. But meanwhile, this weekend had a block party where they got Ghostface Killer to come up to Montreal and perform at this block party for free. So and I had a few friends who were performing at that event. So I had to be able to do all of my. Yeah, it was good. You just
performed yesterday at Gorilla Fest.
That's wild. He was just in Montreal performing, like, Saturday night. And he just, like, from what I understand, he just, like, snuck in the back, like, in the VIP area. Like, nobody saw him come in. He was just there by himself. Wow. No one else. Just Ghostface. Like he hopped in the Uber by himself. He hopped out the Uber and came and was just there.
Yeah, fuck it. Well, he was I guess the next day, he must have jumped on a plane the next day and got to Coney Island because he was there on time for Gorilla Fest. Shout out to Nems FYL. Shout out to everybody that performs.
The DJ, Scram Jones, he was with him.
Scram Jones, DJ, Jay, there was a whole bunch of DJs on that.
So Scram Jones was also with Ghostface just in Montreal. And then probably hopped on the same airplane to go to the same place after. But I mean, you can get to Montreal, especially if you have that like pass that lets you skip the line. Getting to New York from Montreal is a few hours. Like it's nothing. It's very doable. But yeah, so that happened. But like I had to get all these Uber trips done. So Friday I woke up at like 4 in the morning, did Uber, then switched into my next job, then switched back into Uber till like 4 in the morning. Then after the Ghostface show, I drove and I ended up fucking 60 kilometers, let's say 50 or so, 40 to 50 miles out of Montreal at like 5 in the morning for an Uber ride. And so grinded that out. And then I had to go to this weed store to perform on Sunday. It was really nice. It was next to like
Oh, you guys
water.
still have those? They've been shutting them down.
Not in the city. It's in the reserve outside the city. So like there's this spot called Oka, and next to Oka is this territory called Ganasatake where the Mohawks be at, and they got wild weed stores. Like if you ever come up here, it's just like weed store at like, I don't know, it's like a Hollywood boulevard of weed stores of all varying qualities and shit. And so they need
things that New Yorkers dream about.
I mean, it's a whole vibe. You have probably got better weed options in this version of life. According from what Flacco seems to get, y'all have better weed options available somewhere.
That's because we got good, shout out to the plug.
But like, I would just say like, I personally don't even get my weed there. I get it from the internet because it's just better than the price points available at the local options. Now it is fun, and yo, I got a Shrooms vape pen yesterday. I didn't even know they made Shrooms vapes pens. Yeah, I don't think I can pull it out on camera because it's actually illegal. But like, well, we're on a stream. I was thought about it. I'm like, shrooms isn't legal like weed is. That's actually a violation. But yeah, so like they apparently it's just like vapable psilocybin, and so we took a couple of hits, and I don't know. You kind of feel maybe if you hit it enough. No, it was really like a light feeling of like a very baby version of a mushrooms high. But like if you wanted to microdose the microdose, right, this shit's kind of it. So you take, but then again, I only took a couple puffs because I had to drive and I wasn't like trying to get too high by accident on some fucking vape shrooms. But like, we're gonna go to watch the whales. Now we got the vape shroom pen and then the regular weed edibles and shit. And
that's
we're
gonna be
go
trippy watching fucking whales.
Yeah, but you can sneak the fucking shrooms pen onto the boat, and we got access. I don't know. We're getting VIP boat tickets too, so it's like got this little lounge where maximum 20 people can go. So you're not actually gonna be stuck around a whole bunch of strangers, like a limited amount of strangers. You know, you look at these fucking whale boat watching, and it's like 70 people packed onto this little fucking boat for dear life, and you're like, nah, that ain't it. But
just be careful, because I just seen one where a whale flipped the whole boat over, like, fuck out of here.
That whales are, these are Canadian whales. They're all right. They know what they know.
Oh, their attitude is different towards us? Oh, my bad.
Well, hold on. I see how New York pigeons and Puerto Rican pigeons is wild different than Canadian pigeons. All right? Like, the attitude of these pigeons is not the same. Like Montreal pigeons haven't got to the point yet where they're gonna walk right in the store and grab some shit and walk out and flip you off and keep going about their day, like a New York pigeon will. And Puerto Rican pigeons take it to a next level. They're on a level of, oh, you're tourists, you'll give me things. Like, they know it. It was wild. And you know what's crazy? Me and Flacco be sitting there, and this kid just kept feeding the pigeons, and then complaining about the pigeons, and then feeding them more. We ended up not staying there. We had to move.
Like, are these pigeons broken?
There was a lot of them, though. It was like 50 pigeons all in that one little alleyway, because it's a restaurant. It was different shit. But yeah, so, but we do have the weed store up there, and it's this little shack. It doesn't even look like a nice one. There's some ones that look nice. This one's like a shack, and it's probably got, like, you know, you go inside, and it's got all the regular stuff that you would expect at the weed store, and then Shrooms vape, which was unexpected. They also got, like, bottles of alcohol, so it's like, you know, at club prices. But then you walk out at the back, and it's like,
my people have everything. All right. You go to Puerto Rico, you get, what you need, papito? I got you, papi. ¿Qué tú necesitas? They got you.
Facts. And yeah,
And I
so
don't think they give you crack, but they'll give you something close.
I wouldn't even ask for crack before.
But that's dope. Yeah,
Yeah,
over
and then it's like
here.
this beach. It's this beach area though. It wasn't like you can go in the water, but it was like sandy enough that like if you wanted to take your like shoes off and feel some sand, there was literally some sand. And but you looked out and it was just like a fucking postcard. So when we were performing, we were like facing the water, and I don't think I ever rapped to like the water before, and like almost like this beautiful like you were watching one of those YouTube videos of landscapes for serenity purposes, and then we out there just spitting our shit. And it was a really nice vibe.
Khan comes up from the ground, from the water and shit, with the rest of the bird people and shit.
Yeah.
We was about to have a summon happen, man.
Yo,
Singing
could be. Could be like that in the future. I don't know, but it made me think a lot about trying to get more shows in nature, because I think old people would go to nature to watch people rap a lot faster than a dive bar. Because that's the whole thing, is how do you get like a 37-year-old parent to want to pull up to your shit? They don't really want to go to the dive bar, is what I'm learning. At least out here. Maybe in New York they like the dive bar. But I feel like if you
New
can
York
pull
is like, can you
somebody-
smoke there? That's everybody's good. Can you smoke inside?
You know
of
where
it?
you can smoke? The fucking weed store. You can smoke there. So we went to the weed store where you could smoke, and actually just buy the shit. And you guys would love the pricing. If you guys came up here and saw what it cost up here versus you'd be like, fuck that, I'll clean out your store, bro.
Soon. I already made the appointment so I can do my passport. So soon
Nice.
come.
But yeah, these weed
Can't
stores
wait.
are for. You know what? Maybe that's the play to get some of y'all up here with some budgets. Is some of these weed stores tapping in. That's a no promises thing, but that's really what they be
They're a
doing.
weed store. You'll get us in a heartbeat.
But yeah,
You know that for fucking sure.
Alright. So that's kind of what we've been up to, everyone. And so we should probably get into the topics.
Yes,
I
let's
don't
get
know
into our current events. It's been a long time. And just, don't attend to just your TV or your computer or your Twitch. I'm in the motherfucking building, you heard?
Yeah.
Be attentive.
So have you been following the Olympics?
Mhm. I just watched your man, what is it, Lyles? Oh, that's his name? Is it Noah Lyles or Kevin? Listen, your man that ran the 100 meter and
Right.
like by that, won it by that much. Because I don't know how but he won it by that much. But according to what I saw, China's in first place, and we are in a very close second place. But we do have the most medals.
You guys definitely have the most medals. By a long shot. You're at 78 medals. Now, what's crazy is I was just thinking about this. Earlier today, I saw a meme that was like, America may have the most medals, but look, everyone else has more gold medals. And at the time, America was in 6th place with gold medals. Now, when we check the score, because those motherfuckers spoke too soon.
We're we pulled
America
up right behind China,
pulled
real close.
up. They got 20 gold medals and 21 total medals.
So somebody wins tonight, whatever games are on tonight, and if America's playing and they get the medal, then we tie with China 21-21 for number 1.
That's a fact. And
So-
then Canada's trying. We're in 11th.
Canada's trying.
Look, Canada's may be having its best summer Olympics ever, because like Winter Olympics, we compete, we up there. When it comes to these Summer Olympics, it's not a good look usually. Like I saw
it's 'cause
today, we
y'all
had
are
our
used to
first
having-
sorry. Yeah, but like I saw our first Canadian ever to win 3 gold medals at the Summer Olympics was this time, and I'm like, damn. First time ever that one of us won 3 at the same Olympics.
When you hear it, you're like, damn.
That's not a good flag. I mean,
You know
it's a
how
good
many
flag.
years this shit been on?
I'm I'm like, there's probably didn't Michael Phelps win like 8 of them bitches at one?
Yo, oh man. But yeah, we're looking good though. We're looking real good.
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all not, but it's okay.
No, we're doing relatively good because you got to keep in mind, we got 10% of your population. So with 10% of your population, we still pulled 5 golds and a 17 total. That's not that bad. It's not amazing, but it's not 10% of what y'all did. It's more than 10% of what y'all did. So relatively speaking, we doing impressive in this little Olympic Games out here.
Who's in first and second place? Hold on.
The United States is up there. All right, and then somehow Australia is in 3rd place with golds.
Since when? Speaking of countries that never even end up on like a top 3 or top 5.
France is in 4th and Great Britain is in 5th. So
they happy. Well, y'all don't get happy when France win or something? Ain't that close?
I could not give a fucking shit if France wins. Like we don't like France. Like French, if you speak French with a Quebec accent like mine to a Paris motherfucker, they're gonna act so snobby. Like you're not. I want to speak to somebody who speaks French, please. You'll get some bullshit like France. That. But they'll be in France, and sometimes, like, especially if you have to talk to somebody out there for whatever reason. Okay, like, ones that are, like, chill, but it's Paris in particular is, like, extra bougie with it. But, we wild different. Like, we just completely different vibes, countries, and I'd rather Canada win than France any day of the week.
I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, on top of just the medal counts and shit, I don't know if you saw the whole Olympic boxer Iman Khalif being accused of being
that was crazy, man. Because when they, it's not really fans' fault for assuming, because the media really kind of threw her under the bus. Like, it's so sad how common sense is overlooked. But the media really labeled transgender boxers. So that's what sent everybody into a frenzy. But the reality of
there was the other people that hosted the games a couple years ago or last year banned her because she failed a gender test. And so everyone jumped on that narrative. Just to be clear for the people out there that don't know,
not a transgender. She's just a real strong girl.
Algerian boxer Iman Khalif was accused of being trans by the public.
She hit that bitch so hard, bro. She hit that bitch so hard. She was like, nah, that bitch man. Nope, I'm not playing. Nope, I'm out. She said, I'm out. That bitch man. She just hit me dumb hard like my father. I'm out. And then gracefully bow out and was crying. Apparently she was crying. Did it say anything about her crying? She's in there crying.
No, Flacco gave us a video to play. So I'm going to load up and queue up that little video.
Yes, please do
so. But basically my understanding is she came out and said she'd never been hit. She was crying. She'd never been hit that hard ever in her life. And some crap like that. And it just like, I don't know.
Mr. Peterson.
Alright, let's go to the part where there's the fight.
Listen, my comments. Heads up, holy, all of blows. Your hands.
It happened in the first round, right?
Yeah, it was like right away.
Round 1.
Trying to find the phone out.
Now that I'm watching this, she could have hit her. Her arm was kind of open. She tapped her a little bit right there. I love tapping.
That's it.
I go with you. See, first of all, if you brought that back, right? If you brought that back a little bit when she actually hit her, I don't know if you noticed, but her body did the. Okay, here we go. Here goes. Pay attention. Oh, you see? That's where the hit was hit. Now watch when she really starts getting hit. You can tell when she feels it. Watch. I'm good.
Yeah,
But those
so
were
that
love
was it.
taps, bitch. You tapped out for love taps, though, bro.
So that
I
was
thought I was expecting a Mike Tyson right to the fucking like. Even though you can tell she hit her heart because the head did one of these.
I think
When you see a
Chris
head do this, that bitch got
Well,
hit.
that's the thing. So she had to. So the Italian boxer goes out and has to now explain to the media what happened. So she's in fucking tears because obviously she embarrassed herself in front of the world in her mind, and she's like, "I've never been hit that hard in my life. Never in my life." You know, is kind of what she said. She's like, "It's just I wasn't expecting that shit." And fair enough. I've never been punched in the face by the Algerian boxer, so I don't really know what that's like either. But the world then found out about this test that two boxers failed upon, which our Iman Khalif was accused was that she failed a gender test, which the implication was because of the testosterone or whatever was too high, she was disqualified from participating. This led to everybody sharing the shit and doing that shit they did. Like, I don't know if you remember when the Michelle Obama is a man campaign happened.
Oh my
But
god,
it was
that
like
was so
people
sad.
would start like circling fucking pictures of her pants and being like, "See, explain this bulge," and like I literally
It's
seen that happen
ignorance.
in my own life. So that kind of shit took off like fucking crazy. Like, there's people on my timeline literally right now looking for proof that she's actually a man at birth on purpose, just
That's
because
sad.
they can't accept that they were wrong in this case, and so they're looking for it all. And then other organizations are piling on, being like, "No, we can co-sign that this isn't good." But my understanding is that everybody that knows anything has said that she was born a woman, and the Olympics were good with it. And I mean, I don't really know how to prove this much further, but her opponent, who lost, apologized and realized this is not what she was expecting, because
Realized she was a pussy ass bitch. First of all, I'm sorry, Holden. There's no excuses. You signed up. You're a boxer. What the fuck you mean? So when you finally get hit hard, you're not boxing back. You're just like, oh fuck that. I never. Come on, man. You signed up to be a boxer. If you get hit hard, you know what type of boxer is in front of you. So now you have to adjust yourself and box, bitch. Fuck. Sorry.
yeah. And then the following match was the Hungarian boxer Hammer, who said, "If she or he is a man, it will be a bigger victory for me if I win." So it's like people are just kind of jumping on the narrative and running with it because, like, I guess it's good. I mean, a lot, like, in my opinion, this is all about media, but more to the point where so many people were just quick to instantly assume it. And I remember I got into like a little Facebook thing with a guy, and I was just like, "Yo, everything's saying she's actually not a man." And then the answer I got was just so over the fucking top. Like, the rationalization that went into like proving, like, he couldn't admit she was a man. It was like, so somebody who has an elevated level of testosterone, who may or may not be a person at birth. And it's just like, it went on. It was a whole paragraph, the response, and you're just like, that's some real shit. And I just let it be because I didn't know what to say at that point. But some people really can't like accept it. Like, somehow the trans agenda or something.
When
You know.
ignorant, fucking moral compass is missing, ignorant times. Because why? It's Google exists, even ChatGPT. If you really need more sources, but like it's real easy to kind of look for facts before you make an assumption, right? Now, I may have a viewpoint on transgenders playing in competitions because your muscle mass kind of remains the same. You know, your body, the whatever you remove, but those muscles are still muscling. You know what I'm saying? So I have a little viewpoint on that, but not at all at them transitioning or choosing to be what they want, because I am a part of that community and my pronoun is she they. You get what I'm saying? So I I just felt like it felt sad for her because I know that's a weird feeling. People think you're a dude. So now you're reading all this stuff about people assuming you're like a dude. And you're like, no, I just hit like one. You know what I'm saying? She knocked the dog shit out that bitch. That bitch said, nah, nope, I'm good. Ding ding. I'm good. But hey, ignorance is ignorance. Look at how people are treating, Kalani just took a picture with Chris Brown and they're like attacking her for it now. It's like people are just, they really think they know these people in real life and not understanding or separating reality from Hollywood. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, people go a little bit too far with this shit. I don't know. I don't know what else to really say on it. I just know that there's gonna be a lot of people who will believe it because for whatever reason the World Boxing Organization made a decree, and it's because somebody made a decree. Any group put any kind of quote unquote science into it. Now there's reasonable doubt that the big baddies of the world, such as the Olympic Committee or FIFA or other giant organizations with crazy power, now there has to be a conspiracy and plot to cover the shit up. And I wish I was exaggerating, but that's just dead ass how I see that shit play out time and time again. It's always like, because the media plays a part by stoking the flames, everyone thinks it's just big media conspiracy theories, whereas I'm like, media is just desperate for clicks and will say and do anything. But it's not really a conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Shout out to the ladies that box every day and not afraid to get hit. Because some ladies know when you get hit hard, you know what your opponent working with power wise. So you gotta adjust your defense and your offense at that point so you don't get tapped in your jaw. So now you gotta work their body. Look, I'm not even a professional boxer. I'm on my camera and May shit right now.
So I will say there is a trans boxer, and it's a trans man, and a trans man competing against other men. So I don't see nobody complaining about that. Not a person. But they did not win. They did compete. They did not win. I think it's a Filipino trans man that competed in the male boxing this time around. Nobody really cared about that. And I'm like, y'all just making shit up. It's like somebody literally brought up that local politicians need to care about shared bathrooms over the trans issue in like local Montreal elections. I'm like, why the fuck would our local politicians need to care about this shit? Like,
New York has like unisex bathrooms. There's unisex bathrooms everywhere. Nobody's complaining.
And you know what? Nobody. I can't.
When you gotta go, you just gotta fucking go.
And you know what? Nobody cares. I haven't seen anybody care. I haven't heard anybody be like, no, it was in the bathroom that some terrible shit happened to me. It's usually somewhere else. In my experience, there's some other shit happens. In fact, it seems like bathrooms tend to be relatively safe places. Relatively. Depending the bathroom. But if it's wild
I mean,
public,
people have sex in the bathrooms these days, so.
People have been having sex in the bathroom for a whole lot of time.
That's what I meant to say.
But, it's a good time. And I don't think anyone really cares in the bathroom situation. But yet people make it an issue as if all of a sudden, like, 10-year-old girls are getting stalked by grown men dressed in drag for... I'm like, bro, it's just
they
so
make
extra.
up the most ridiculous shit, don't they?
Yeah, it's super extra. I don't know. But yeah. Alright. So for the next topic, because I don't have a smooth transition here, it's Marvel makes announcements at whatever SDCC is. I guess
Yes,
something San Diego Comic Con.
San
Ro-
Diego Comic Con on the week. Shout
Rob
out to everybody that went.
Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as I think it's
Doctor
Doctor
Doom.
Doom.
Doctor
And
Doom, baby.
a lot of people are real upset. A lot of
Why?
people are upset.
Within the comic books, there's a moment in the multiverse where Tony Stark's has the like. Do they? Flacco's the Marvel freaking guru. I wish he was here, but I know I'm not bugging out when I'm saying. I don't know if you want to look it up,
I
Holden,
will.
but I know I'm not bugging out when I'm saying there is a Marvel comic book of the multiverse where Tony Stark becomes Doctor Doom. And there
I
is
just
also
googled
a
it.
one, I
A
don't know if it's the
variant of
same
Tony
one,
Stark
but
became
there's
Doctor
also one,
Doom.
hold on. I think there's also one where Doctor Doom's believes he's Tony Stark's or Tony Stark's believes he's Doctor Doom. One of those two.
Yeah.
Right.
My understanding is there is a variant during
A
2011.
variant. Yeah, it's a variant.
I'm trying to see if there's something else, but apparently Doctor Doom doesn't remove his mask a lot. It could, I don't know. I can't find hard proof of this,
Well,
but there does seem
do
to
you
be
have the
an
footage
illusion. Of what?
of like when they reveal
Do
of the
I?
reveal?
Maybe. I don't. I think we have artwork. We try not to play videos these days because we're live on YouTube at the same time, so we limit the video playing as much as possible. I guess that's the artwork for it.
Fire.
Yeah, I'm going to
Fire.
assume that there's some in-canon universe explanation or at least rationalization they could make to make it make sense. But instead, people just got really upset that he's back because it makes no sense to them, despite the fact that they don't know how and why it will be there, just that it's happening.
Right.
Which I guess is in line with the same kind of reactionary thing people have in general. I mean, I can kind of empathize with it because it's like on one hand a little weird. Like you have a whole universe of people out there and you bring back Robert Downey Jr., who, if I'm not mistaken, has been killed off. I think that's why everyone's mad. I never watched all the Marvel movies, so I'm assuming
Yeah,
he
I
got
mean,
killed off in
okay, so
Endgame or whatever it was.
Endgame, he did die, but again, this is a variant, and that's what people need to understand. And in the variant, if people are not hip to like, the comic books or not, at least look it up. You know what I mean? Like nobody's even looking it up. That's the annoying part. Again, like I said, this is actually a part of the, the comic.
Right.
Whereas, right, so people having an issue is weird to me. Where it's kind of like, do you even, if you don't know, you just don't know. Say you don't know. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, if you're not also not following the multiverse movies, like watching and keeping up, like Deadpool versus Wolverine has the whole TVA, has different variants of Wolverine because they got the what's his name, Cavalli version of Wolverine in his multiverse.
Right.
So you know clearly we're gonna get who we're gonna get, right? So I feel like it makes sense for in the multiverse, not in where Tony Stark, the Iron Man, passed away, but in the
Right.
multiverse for a Tony Stark to be a Doctor Doom that was kind of a part of the plan anyway from the comic book. So
Yeah.
if you're not following that, then you'll be upset and sound crazy and be like, "Oh fuck Marvel, what the fuck is this?"
I also don't think a lot of people do read the comics or are aware of the deep lore of it. There's just a lot of people who watch the movies and that's it. I think there's just a lot of people who probably just feel like it's weird because they were good and ready to be gone with him, and you know who could be brought in
Listen,
next.
they're not gonna be prepared for when it's the X-Men and Avengers crossover then, because that's about to all the crossovers are happening as we speak with all the movies at this point. So it's like, what are you gonna nitpick at? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Apparently Jonathan Majors comments on the chain of events of which he said to Hollywood Reporter, "I think it's fair that Mr. Downey is being and has been greeted with patience and curiosity and love, and that Mr. Miller has gotten the same treatment, and that they are being allowed to work their art and be creative at that level." Which,
And I'm pretty sure
fair
it
enough.
hurts to see his part. You know what I mean? That was his role. He did admit that it kind of hurt him a little bit to lose it, but I still think he's an amazing actor. It sucks, you know what I mean, how shit panned out, but fuck it, we here now.
When you get used to it, it just is something else to debate, something else in 10 years, which Doctor Doom do we like the most, of which I'll not be participating, but I'm certain Facebook will still be showing me memes that will force me
Right.
to care about its existence. Um, but, or whatever we're on, is it still going to be Facebook by then? Maybe. Maybe it's some weird virtual 3D Facebook. Um, but yeah, I don't have a lot of opinions. I just think that people be tripping. Sometimes characters get replaced. It is what it is. And you can either keep watching, which you will, or complain about it, which I guess you'll also do too. So I guess you're just going to keep watching and complain. And
Yep.
go, oh, I
Sounds about
put
right.
my fucking $15 in, so my opinion matters. And I'll just be like, alright, fair enough. If you think that, I can't stop you. You'll end up the subject of a Flacco Bayo post in the future, and that'll just be that.
That's a fact. That shit's gonna end up a post, and y'all be alright.
So next up is news I also, will be honest, have very limited feelings on, but Cardi B and Offset are apparently divorcing,
That's they
and Cardi's also pregnant again.
also their business. Like people are like, "Oh my god, you left them." You know what kills me? How y'all know in your own backyard a bunch of male and females that go through this, and then y'all act like it's different because it's them. Like, yo, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's their business, and yeah, it's on Front Street, but let's not act like people don't live like this. And you know what I mean? Like acting like this some big fucking tragedy. Like, fuck out of here.
It's gossip news. People like gossip.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
don't, I don't mind. I don't I don't really feel like Cardi B's sex life is that interesting to me. She's just like, she raps real fun. I like that side of her life. Who she's with. I don't even care if she has kids. That part's boring. I don't care if anyone has kids, to be honest. Like, being pregnant is, I mean, to be fair,
it's not our business.
parents really do like it a lot of the time, though. I think that's for all the moms and shit out there who just want to geek about how someone else is pregnant. Because there's like a whole lot of people who like pregnancy watch. I don't really understand that world. It's not for me. But it
Weird.
exists. And hence this, all the news of pregnancy shit's coming out. Yo, it's all over those like mom magazines in the grocery store. That's where you see the pregnancy announcements and shit. It's always there. And so it's the moms of life that like I know you're a mom, but I don't
I
think
mean,
you're
moms
like
need their
that
own
one of the
media,
mom. And it has all the divorces and the breakups and the pregnancies and that shit, because that's the tea. I mean, to be fair, there's also billions of dollars in like the makeup tea industry of people just talking about this shit and speculating. Why did Cardi B and Offset break up? Let me show you this makeup tutorial. Talk shit for 15 minutes. This shit's been sponsored by random makeup company. Boom. That's why this shit's news. Makeup.
It's just so like, and people just attack, 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 attack.
Right. Yeah. That's Cardi B, and I don't know. I don't have a lot more to say about it either, because it's just kind of regular. Apparently, the Tupac family is considering a wrongful death lawsuit against Diddy. And I could look that up, but I don't have
Yeah,
a whole
can
lot
we
of it.
find out more? Like, why are they doing that?
I don't know. So Tupac, this is from the Mirror. Hold on, I'll put the article on the screen so that anybody here can read along with us. So Tupac Shakur's report considering Tupac Shakur is reportedly considering, I guess, his estate filing a wrongful death lawsuit against Diddy as they investigate a resurfaced allegation that the music mogul had ordered a $1 million hit on the legendary rapper. People from Diddy's past are coming forward and providing info. And then the California Love rapper's family has employed top-notch attorneys to look into the situation. And lawyer Alex Shapiro, whose celebrity clientele includes the likes of Elon Musk and Megan Thee Stallion, was tapped to handle the matters by Tupac's relatives, according to the news site. So if I understand from what I read there, they're trying to see if there's a bag in this situation. So like somebody came through and said, yo, there's enough proof between Keefe D and all these other people that maybe we can go sue Diddy for this so that it doesn't have to go to court. And then maybe they're just trying to get a payout, because I don't know. I don't know what else to take from this situation.
For me, without no real proof, like, if it's a wrongful death, it's just weird. It's weird to me. And it's only weird to me. Like, I get it, but it's like, what's the actual proof? Like, now, Diddy's done pretty much. You know what I'm saying at this point? You know what I mean? So it's like, we know his dirt's going to come to surface, but other than people getting on blogs or whatever have you, has anybody presented actual proof of him being the person responsible?
I think that would be headline news at every major publication ever if that happened. That would be like break the internet like Kardashian's ass news.
So I don't know, bro.
mean, it just looks like they're trying to sue him to get him to pay out a bag because he's been paying out bags in settlements. So a quick play like that.
They're
grab
like,
some
hey, let's
lawyers.
get on that list for them bags.
And then I assume that they're getting hit by lawyers who are going to do the work for free, and only if they win, take a percentage or some shit like that. Like,
Vultures.
oh, did you hear that the Vultures 2 album leaked? I don't know if you listened to it.
First of all, none of the celebrities' kids is fucking with North. I'm just gonna put that out there. North is already rapping in Japanese. You're not fucking with North right now, bro. North is bodying shit. She's like the highlight of all his albums at this point. But Kanye does it again. Impressive albums.
But does or does not?
It's an impressive album.
I haven't checked it out yet. I know it came out, but I was in the middle of my busy ass weekend. I was there with I think it's you godson Intel. He came up to Montreal and was there. Speaking of artist sons, and he was in the park, and they were giving out free condoms and free drug testing kits, and he looked like he had never seen this shit before, and he grabbed all that he could. It looks like he wanted a souvenir to bring back home and be like, can you believe this shit they got up in Canada? And I was like, that's crazy. I never thought about it like that. But yeah, in the last couple of years, there's a whole ass organization that pulls up to big events and watches for like sexual assault primarily, and then hands out condoms and drug testing kits so that you can avoid the fentanyl and other shits. And he was real excited for
It's
that.
sad that we gotta be there with that.
And I learned that you guys don't have that in New York, is what I heard.
Nope.
That's wild.
You have your peoples. There's always your one
Fair.
homegirl, your one homeboy. Like, yo, watch your drink.
Right. That's crazy stills. Yeah, no. And then yeah, as far as the next topic, this one I do know more about. Well, as far as the news goes, Drake apparently stops Schoolboy Q and other top dog entertainment artists and affiliates from performing in Toronto. Which, when we say Drake, my understanding is it was the Toronto police shut down several people. It wasn't just Schoolboy Q. I forgot who the other one was. From performing at this club, History, that Drake is a co-owner of. And so this did happen. There's been several shows that have been canceled. Because I have a bunch of Toronto people on my Facebook who bring this shit up all the time.
I don't think.
And yeah, so the police shut it down. And then later on, one of the DJs of one of the guys performed Not Like Us, and it was just like a packed Toronto room being like, whop, 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 nah, fuck them up. Like the whole room, I'm like, yo, Toronto is just not give a fuck. Even, okay, Limp Bizkit came to Toronto, and Fred Durst tried to give love to Drake, and boy, oh boy, did he get booed by Toronto. And then like the hip hop scene, not the little one, I'll put respect on the name, the hip hop scene in Toronto feels one way about it. The rest of Toronto's a bunch of civilians who don't give two shits about hip hop, and they're just like wop 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 wop.
They really believe that Drake has that much pull that he would stop people's bags. Like, what I could see being possible in this situation are people that are actually either fans or friends and doing that. Not necessarily him, but people that ride with him, maybe. And he might not even be aware of that shit, but he ain't denying this shit either. Is there anywhere where he's denying this shit? No, right?
He just lets it be. But I mean, it's also like, I can't speak too deep on it, but Montreal police have gone out of their way to shut down hip-hop festivals or block certain people from performing if they believe some gang shit can go down. So as a Canadian, it's not implausible to me that the Toronto Police Department figured that a top dog guy coming through and playing at the Drake Club could lead to violence or some shit. Especially, I believe this took place after the Rick Ross altercation. So you can see how they'd be on some nervous nilly shit. On the other hand, if Drake's, who at one point represented like a percentage point of Toronto's tourism, hit up the police and was like, bro, dead this shit. You know, it's not impossible. That to me is more likely than many of the other conspiracies out there, because it's not like there's that many Drake powerful figures. Like there's not that many people as influential as Drake in Toronto.
It's just fucking hilarious. It's like shit that it's like the telephone game. Like by the time it gets to whoever it's gonna get to, it's a whole different story.
Right. Yeah, I know that did happen. A few people shut down TDE related shows, and there's lots of questions now of, so what happens when Drake goes to LA?
Wop, big mug.
I don't think Drake's going to LA for a while, to be honest.
Yo, how did this become? Yo, y'all are the new West versus East. How that happened,
I'm
bro?
I'm not even part of the y'all, cause I'm in a city. Yo, I was at the same show at the Ghostface Killer shit, right? And before Ghostface came on, it was a beat battle, and both DJs tried to play Not Like Us, which was corny, cause after the first time, it was like, why would you hear it twice? I looked around, I paid attention to the whole crowd. Granted, I wasn't right next to the stage, but like, there was like 20 people max doing the wop wop wop. It wasn't like anywhere you see in these videos. In fact, everyone around me was just talking like the song wasn't even being played. The crowd was quiet. Nobody was singing along word for word. Montreal, who is not Toronto, was like, we are not the same Canada that y'all are beefing with. Don't bring us into that shit. And
Like,
I'm certain that I don't speak for everyone, but I certainly don't think anyone cares. I don't hear any of the songs getting played in Montreal. People be all up on the French rap and shit. They like EDM. Yo, if you did an EDM
we could go
remix
bum
though,
for bun. I'm sorry, I had to do it.
oh my gosh,
We could go
I hear
bum
that
for
shit
bun.
all the time. Fuck that, we can go M for
It must,
M.
yeah.
We hear that shit comes up though. That I hear. I hear crap like that on the fucking in the Uber request from the little 20-year-old girls and shit.
Yo, he gets played crazy out here. Like, it's insane. Central C, right? Shout out to Central.
Yeah, he be doing it big. He you know what is he's not that popular with men out here. I find he's really popular with the women though. The women really like Central C, and fair enough.
Didn't everybody think his girlfriend was like Ice Spice and shit?
Literally, Chris just said in the comments he's dating Ice Spice.
Who isn't dating Ice Spice?
Well,
Guys, she
apparently
lost
not.
her ass. Relax. I'm kidding.
But so my understanding, according to his ex-girlfriend, is he dumped one chick and was dating Ice Spice later on that day, and he was out in public. So like he didn't even wait 24 hours to announce that
I
he'd
mean,
been
it's
fucking
Ice
Ice.
Spice. Of course, he didn't wait 24 hours.
I mean, I just look at it like, yeah, Central C's about to go on a pop star run. Like people don't even know yet. Like, and what's crazy is if you listen to his bars, he's all like, yo, I'm so rich, I don't even need pop hits. Watch me go make all the pop shit. I mean, I don't know. I look forward to it. I like him, though. I like the fact
mean,
that, like,
music wise, he has a lot of play out here. But yeah, shout out to bagging Ice Spice right after you dump your bitch.
like immediately after.
You, you know what that means, right, ladies? They were already talking.
Already. That's just what it is. But yeah, I don't know. The last one that we have on this list of topics Flacco gave us is the rest in peace to Chino XL, which
Yeah.
was
My
really
brother.
sad.
Shout out to the family of Derek Barbosa, aka Chino XL, who part of Rebel Arms. Um, I mean, if you know, you know the history. Very close friend of mine. Um, Passed away. Detail of his passing is of course gonna remain private at this time for the respect out of the respect for the family. Um, but it was a hard hit. Um, he will be ultimately missed. He shout out to Immortal Technique, Poison Pen, The Circle. CF, Hassan, Akir, SP Music, and the whole staff that works with Immortal Technique, and condolences also when you go on tour with people and you spend every day with them, that's like your family, you know. So where as soon as Tech gets home, hopefully we could all, but yeah, a lot of us are just trying to take it day by day and try not to allow another depression to consume. Um, Unfortunately, also DJ Polo passed away. Fox MOP, if you know about MOP, then you know there was one female who was not only a manager, but if you know who Fox is, she's part of MOP. She passed away also. Rest in peace. To her who was also we hadn't seen each other in some years, but also a good friend. Um, yeah, unfortunately, we had a lot of you know, but yeah, rest in peace to our brother Chino XL. He will be immensely missed.
Yeah, I have a friend who was like a huge fan of Chino XL, and when his father passed away, Chino XL sent him a voice note, and it's something that he cherished and plays regularly. And then
Yeah,
it
that's the
was
type
just
of person he was.
he was
That's
really like a really cool sounding guy. Um, I'm not gonna fake like I knew him that well, but I did respect his artistry.
yeah,
And like, it's really sad.
yeah. It was very sudden and caught a lot of us by surprise. But you know, we here. All we
Yeah,
got to do is just take it day by day, and we're gonna, make sure people understand his legacy as it lives on. And he's with PH and Sean Price right now. He's with Vice. He's with everybody right now. So we just gain more angels. That's all.
right. Man, that's a good way to look at it. And yeah, rest in peace to Chino XL. I'll leave it at that because I find it weird to talk about any celebrity that dies or anything, but especially like people I don't know. It's like it's news, but I don't have this
Mhm.
deep connection or even a little connection. It's just another
Yeah, I
name
can
where I'm like,
say, I've had plenty of phone calls with him and discussing adulting, a lot of adulting,
right,
parental things, you know what I mean? As well as I want to send also special condolences to Lady London. A lot of people didn't know that was his niece. And
mm,
last we spoke, he was very proud of her, and he um he was hoping that, he was definitely hoping that people were more hip to her. And so, but yeah, man. Sucks.
yeah, it does. And my condolences to everybody that's affected by it. And yeah, it's sad.
You're on mute, by the way.
I'm not on mute. Am I? Nah, I'm not on mute.
I can't
Is
hear
it
you. Can you hear
test?
me? Uh-oh.
Wait,
Speak.
hold on. I hear you. Do y'all hear me on the chat?
Now I can hear you. I can hear you.
Is it broken?
It might
Is
have
that
been mine
working?
because the little circle
Okay,
thing
no.
just popped up. So I think that was me. I think
Fair.
I had a
Okay.
delay.
Live.
Yeah, it was a
Chris.
delay.
Chris is like, I hear both of you. I'm like,
Yeah,
all
it was
right,
a
bet.
delay on my end. That was it.
All right. Is there any other striking news that you were aware of that you think is noteworthy?
Well, we were talking earlier, I think, about the way the fans responded to the Chris Brown Kalani picture. They took a picture together, and
Hmm.
fans attacked her because if you're not aware, Kalani used to date Kyrie, the basketball NBA star Kyrie, and and she kind of played him with Party Next Door, and a picture was posted on the internet and all that. So Chris Brown, who is close friends with, I guess, both artists, especially Kyrie, I think he was very close with Kyrie. Like he kind of came at Kanani and publicly and like in not too many words called her a hoe. So that kind of happened like 8 years ago. And you grow up, and I guess she went to his amazing concert, which I also attended, his absolutely amazing fucking Cirque du Soleil concert. That shit wasn't a regular, that shit was Cirque du Soleil, Chris Brown. So I guess she went and they took a photo together, and that was it. It was, how dare you? She was the worst because there were people on that are still holding things against Chris Brown because of the Rihanna situation. And there's people that are still holding things against, Kalani for the Kyrie situation. So it was a lot of angry folk, but
You know what's crazy is despite how angry folk may be, I happen to be part of a young girl influencer chat because of my work group, which I stay in for the tea. We have no business being there.
That's real.
But they go and do all this like, we need 8 baddies on a boat, and then the baddies show up to go on the boat, and they're like, they're like a group of them that like really be hustling together and trying to go to parties, and they probably all know each other. So it's just like a way to organize the women who are trying to model / influencer their way through life, but not like the OnlyFans version, the more professional, like I want to be at the fancy parties and boats and shit version of it. So that's the demographic. And when Chris Brown came in, I think all of them showed up like, how do I get in the room with him? How? And then they were like, he has a girlfriend, ladies. From what I understand, he's not down for that at this time. And they were like strategizing and like desiring, and then I was
when
just
that man said, for $1,000, I will take a picture with you. First of all, that was genius. Let me just, hats off. That was absolute genius. But then he's paid he has to do whatever pose you want. You get what I'm saying? At that moment, Chris Brown works for you. Do you know how many fans paid $1,000?
What? I don't think Chris Brown haters.
I went, bro. I went to the Chris Brown concert. I did not pay $1,000. That was gonna be ultimately suck my dick. That wasn't gonna happen. I love Chris Brown. I am a diehard Chris Brown fan, which is why I went to the concert when he was at Barclays, right? So in Barclays Center, there's doors everywhere where you go in. You got VIP, the whole normal shit. The line for that $1,000 picture, bro, was insane. And let me not just stop there. He sold out the Barclays by himself. He didn't buy media to not by himself. Sold out the Barclays. I had the absolute most amazing fucking time. It was like listening to your fucking Spotify playlist come to life type shit. Like Chris Brown Essentials on Apple Music type shit come to life. And yo, I'm not saying it on some gas shit. Like he did some flip shit, bro, that it was like his feet was kind of still on the floor. And then like he was like this low on the floor. So his flip, it was like a low flip. So he somehow flipped while he was still on the floor, if that made any sense. But Chris Brown did that.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing, listen, y'all need to leave Chris Brown alone. It's different with that, man. That's the young generations or his generation's Michael Jackson. Because the way I seen everybody sing word for word, including grown ass men that went with they shorties and grown ass thugged out dudes in the background doing all the dances. Listen, Chris Brown is on a whole different plateau. And if Kalani want to take a motherfucking picture with Chris Brown as that bitch now is now doing her concerts, and if you think Kalani's not gonna sell out some concerts, you ain't seen these bitches singing her shit like they used to sing fucking Keisha Cole shit. Like Kalani's like the new version of like every R&B record we were happy with. You know what I mean? So now you got her get so of course they're gonna what do you think? They have to collaborate. She's hot. He just came off of the most incredible tour. They take a picture. Now everybody's like, stupid. My business. People can get over shit. They both popping. They smart. Get this money.
Yeah, and Chris Brown really is that talented, and despite how many people will hate him forever over the Rihanna situation or however he may be perceived, the reality is he's got like a fucking he's one of those rare men that in every room he walks into he could probably snag virtually any girl. Women who be wild faithful, who are in love with you, would question everything if Chris Brown actually pulled up and charmed them. They wouldn't even want to fuck him, but then all of a sudden he'd Chris Brown them, and what would you do? You'll never be able to Chris Brown him back on some natural athletic charm shit.
Natural. You heard? This man was on stage charming millions of women in that fucking place, and they were older women, younger women, women of all. It was crazy. It was the most incredible concert. But like I said, I'm just like at this point, between that. Oh, I do have some F1 news too. How about that?
Oh, you can do
How about
that.
some updates there? I haven't done that in a while, have I? Well, they're on spring. They're on their summer break right now, so they won't be back till like next week sometime or a week after. But Lewis Hamilton has 2 wins under his belt. So the champion has pulled off 2 wins, beating Max Verstappen. The last time I left you guys, Max Verstappen was just winning every single race, making F1 boring. But they did some upgrades that didn't look like the Red Bull agreed with. The Red Bull car, McLaren is the new team they talking about right now. Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, the McLaren team is busting their asses. They are the second place in the constructors, and I kid you not, them dudes, the papaya team is killing the game. Ferrari, Charles Leclerc is still with Ferrari. Next year, Lewis Hamilton will be with Ferrari. But Charles Sainz is going with Williams, which is weird. Williams is not the strongest team, but now they have a strong driver, which may help. You know what I mean? I don't know. You never heard anybody say, "Yo, Williams is in that's nothing."
I was like, what's a Williams?
Right, exactly my point, guys. So maybe they need Carlos Sainz, so he'll be leaving Ferrari. There's no word on what's gonna happen with Daniel Ricciardo yet. I'm hoping he does stay with RB because he had the last 2 races. He had a good showing and brought home some points. You know what I mean? But yeah, the talk of F1 right now is Lewis Mercedes with McLaren and Red Bull. And the war is between Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. So, we're going to look out for these next few races and see what happens. But that's the F1 news. Battle rap news. Smack already announced. What? I'm sorry.
Just on F1, I have to give a shout out to the groundhogs of Montreal that interrupt F1 races. They are the true heroes, because you can't have a Montreal race without some groundhogs walking across and some driver being like, "There's a fucking groundhog," and having to swear that they're fucking up his whole shit.
That's fire. We never see those out here, so that's fire. But Yeah, so in battle rap news, Smack announced the Summer Madness, and it's gonna be Kings vs Queens. And
Nice.
yeah, every let me see if I can find that card for you. Also, King of the Dot announced their new card, um, which is also an amazing card. It's you know, let me get these matches for you guys, because you know that's what we does. That's what we do. Okay, so for King of the Dot, this is Massacre 6. Big K versus Tay Rock.
Mm.
Main event. Geechee Gotti versus Marv 1. Chilla Jones versus T Rex. Freck versus John the Don. Real Sick versus Charlie Clips. Passwords, who now goes by Pass, versus New Jersey Twerk. So that's the King of the Dot. And then we have Summer Madness. Where's my Summer Madness flyer? Well, I'll be darned. Hold on. Let me find the Summer Madness flyer. And shout out to Hurricane 2 who just battled First Lady Flames. That should be dropping soon. Also under King of the Dot, which is fire. Here we go. URL. Sorry about that. So, here we go. We have New Jersey Twerk versus 40 Bars. That is one of the main event battles for the Kings versus Queens. All right. So the whole card, but 40 Bars versus New Jersey Twerk is going to be absolutely disgusting. It's going to be pretty stupid. And then we have T-Top versus Official. And then we have Rum Nitty versus Vixen. John the Don versus Coffee Brown. Geechee Gotti versus Ms. Hustle. And Tay Rock versus Jazz the Rapper. So yeah, that's what we're sitting with battle rap right now. Shout out to JC and Giannis. They just battled on Saturday. Fire battle. So, you know, that's the F1 battle rap world. And in the regular rap world, like I said, August 10th, we're performing in like Mount Vernon. So come out. And August 16th, I'll be in Secret Pause. So that's the music battle rap F1 update on my end. NBA, oh my bad. LeBron James' son is on the LA Lakers with LeBron James, and he was in summer league, and he had a few good games. LaMelo Ball is gonna be coming back to the fucking Hornets, and I can't fucking wait because they got better playing now. So we looking like a playoff motherfucking team now. And what did I miss?
I don't know.
Let's just say
Basketball news.
Basketball news. That's where we're gonna keep it. Summer league is in full effect, so make sure y'all look on your NBA TVs to check out the summer leagues. All right, that's it. I'm done.
Bet. Cinematic perspectives time.
Let's go.
And we're gonna watch some trailers. And the first one is it's muted. Let me unmute that shit.
Borderlands, yes.
Oh, I do want to see this.
You got the sound playing?
Did I not share it with sound? My bad. Let me reshare that then. It should be there with sound. Yeah.
Maybe I don't hear it.
There's definitely sound. Wait, no sound? Maybe I fucked up something. Let me try again.
I knew I wasn't bugging the fuck out. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, I went to the wrong browser. I know what I did wrong. I'll fix it now.
Okay, so I'm not crazy.
I'm not crazy now. You should hear it now, right, Chris?
There we go.
I wasn't sure. Whoops.
God, I hate this planet.
Let's go.
Would you look at that? A ladder! Unfortunately, my design doesn't facilitate this type of...
Well, destiny awaits.
Legend has it that there's this massive treasure hidden in some secret vault. And if you go hunting for it, you'd better take any help you can get. Because it's on the weirdest, most dangerous dumpster fire of a world in the universe. God, I hate this planet.
What is that smell?
Piss wash color.
Ew!
Put the window up.
I don't want to! Roll the window up!
It's pee. It's pee. Why do you think it's called piss wash? How did it get the name?
It's in my mouth!
Do you know how many people have died looking for this vault?
We have something they don't, baby girl.
Okay, what?
Major issues. Time to make it rain! With your body parts!
What did I tell you?
Minimal explosions!
I said no explosions.
Step aside, bitches!
Ooh, mine's bigger.
What are you doing? I needed a gun. So you asked for it.
There's only one of you in the world, and you're special.
Uh-oh.
Kill them all. What's happening right now?
I'm expelling the excess lead. I can't go if you're looking at me. Actually, scrap that. I can. I really can. Actually, it's helping.
Are we really waiting for this to finish?
Keep looking at me!
Oh, Jack Black. What do you? You're muted.
My bad. Shout out to the gamers that play. You know, Borderlands. Used to play that on the PS4. Now you could, but now it's a movie and they have good actors. It's great. That's dope. Jack Black, Kevin Hart, what was that? Kate Blanchett. That was who that was. What the fuck is that? Yeah. So dope.
It just felt okay. Like, so here's the thing. I was a little bit feeling like, oh, look, visually this looks really cool, and then they introduced all the characters, which is fine. But like, I played Borderlands 1 and maybe Borderlands 2 like a lot. Like, really, like me and my homie used to run a campaign, because it was like fun multiplayer, and it looked cool. And then they said Jack Black is Claptrap, and I'm like, what in the fuck? There's nothing about Claptrap as a character that made me feel like the personality that Jack Black showed in this trailer lined up with my feelings about Claptrap as this annoying piece of shit that whines at you pretty much the whole game. He doesn't kick ass, he whines. And it really made me look at the rest of the trailer with more of a Baxter eye, where I was like, maybe I want to wait to see what people think about this. Maybe I'm just excited that it's called Borderlands. And because it also has Kevin Hart, which that's usually a sign I don't want to watch a movie and not that he's a bad actor, it's just he takes roles in movies I don't want to watch most of the time. So I have to.
Yeah, I didn't want to watch Jurassic Park.
So I want to kind of wait to see what people think about this, because I like Borderlands as like a style, and I feel like there were scenes in that movie that it felt like they were going for this style, But maybe this is going to be too PG for what Borderlands is supposed to be, given the level of famous people they have.
Listen, if you love the video game, then you might love this shit. You know what I mean? But it depends, like you said, it depends on how this is filmed. Will it work out? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you said.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games because you like the video game until they fuck it up as a.
Like,
And
yeah,
that's
like
the
it's
truth.
like Chris is in the chat saying it's supposed to be more fucked up, but like, yeah, it is. It's supposed to be like really deranged, like at a level where Kevin Hart wouldn't agree to do the movie.
Oh yeah.
Like, Borderlands is really fucked up in terms of the wanton violence.
I mean,
and
I
the
remember,
blood.
but it's a video. I mean, you sign up to do the fucking movie. Like, if you don't play the video game, then you don't know what you
No, but I
signed.
mean, like, I feel like they sanitized it a bit, where
They had
like
no choice.
Fallout didn't have to sanitize its shit. Fallout kept true to what Fallout's supposed to be. They could have done it with just don't hire. I mean, I'm sure Jamie Lee Curtis is down for some blood. It's just the Kevin Hart part. Anyhow, yeah. I don't know. That's just my thoughts, but let us know if you want to watch that one. Get the next one going.
It's your first job? A little late for a career change, ain't it?
Rory, do you want to fix things with your son?
Couldn't look him in the eye. Mortgage, back child support, that's on me.
Rory, are you sure you've tried everything?
Not everything.
I got a once-in-a-lifetime score. You the Marine?
Yeah.
You the ex-con?
Yeah, I did time, but you only gotta cast aspersions at me, guy.
I'm
Go.
trying.
Good. Stop talking.
No alcohol detected.
Been about a week. The mayor is gonna be holding a party on election night. And there's gonna be money there, like none of you bums ever seen.
It's your first job?
I know what I'm doing.
A little late for a career change, ain't it? What are you, 60?
Quick question. If I'm giving instructions and they're not doing them,
Just say, I have a gun. What are you doing?
taking notes.
Taking notes on a criminal conspiracy.
Get down on the floor! Get on the... Tie him up! You got like 6 zip ties, genius. I have a gun!
We gotta find those guys before the cops do. And put them down before they can talk.
Everybody in New England is after us.
I gotta speak to you. I really need you right now, Doc.
I would be breaking the law.
What if I took you hostage? I mean, like, you know, with your permission.
What kind of conversation is this?
You're gonna love him.
Rory, you are driving recklessly.
I'm in the middle of a high-speed car chase.
Think about the person you want it to be.
What kind of person do you want to be?
You walk out with me.
But I'm their hostage. And their psychiatrist.
You're underpaid.
Yeah, no shit.
Apple TV back
All
up
right,
in here.
I'm glad it's on Apple TV because I wasn't gonna pay for that as a movie. I wasn't gonna go to movies to see that.
It looks like one of them joints that is exactly what the trailer is making it out to be.
I
You
feel like
already
we just
know.
saw the whole movie.
Like, I really like how he dropped the line. He's like, I got a gun. He got taught how to do the line. They were like, you're an idiot. He pulled it off eloquently. There were unexpected situations, and if you want more of that, it'll be good. I feel like if Bonnie liked crime movies like this, we would watch it, but she just never really asked to watch one, so we're probably never gonna watch it.
It's not worth it. Just for the record.
Yeah. All right. As also Matt Damon's getting old. And then the last trailer.
Please let me in right now! Please let me in!
I'm police investigator Henry Lando. I'd like to ask you a few questions about the incident. I need you to help me find that woman.
How was your first day, my dear?
Not good.
The closer you come to where we are now, the amount of people that have encountered the woman increases.
When are we gonna see some action? Why did you bring us here?
You are here because your family belongs here.
That's a fucking weird way to put it.
Oh, it feels so good.
I need you to come to me now, my angel.
Watch out! What did she want from me?
If I were you, I wouldn't want to get hurt even more.
Yep, got my vote. Definitely gonna see it, just not in the theaters.
I feel like this one
And it's dope.
Sorry,
It's
go
dope
on.
to see. It's dope to see the young lady from the transgender actor from Euphoria. So the lead actress Hunter, she's transgender and she's been acting for years, and she was one of the main characters on the Euphoria series on HBO. So definitely look forward to see that.
That's dope. I feel like this is the opposite of the last trailer. You have no idea what the fuck this movie is really about. You just know stuff happens and there's a lesbian subplot. And those are the things that stuck out to me.
Kinda.
I mean, they made a whole point to show the two girls making out for the whole half second in one of the cutscenes. They could have just left that out of the trailer, but they knew exactly what they were doing with that move. And all the bear, that was my favorite part of the trailer, when the bear just popped up arbitrarily
Out of
I don't
nowhere,
know.
right?
And you're just like, there's some demon girl and they're hunting her, and
She looks really weird.
it's gonna be a whole thing I might not watch, but it was the most interesting trailer of the three tonight, in my opinion. I feel like Borderlands scared me. This one didn't scare me. It made me go, that's some weird shit. Like, if I was on some mushrooms or something, I might want to watch the bear movie.
I was gonna say that might work for you. I like the fact that your man from Legion, who played in the show Legion, the Marvel show, that's it looks like her and him are in this together, so it's dope seeing that.
Yeah, it looks like that. Maybe I should do more drugs and watch movies. That might be a whole ass fucking
Doing more
podcast
drugs
without
and
a
watching movies is always amazing. I don't know what you're doing with your life over there.
I like to do mushrooms when I'm not home.
I like the chocolate mushrooms. I like chocolate mushrooms with.
We got some gummy mushrooms, and we're gonna try those out.
Yeah.
'Cause we're basically going to go on a little road trip and then have a little hotel situation with whale watching and some other nature bullshit. So when you're in nature, doing fucking mushrooms is beautiful. As long as I don't.
Yeah,
have
I'm
to
not gonna do
drive.
that.
I mean, I like to the whole do a little gram and go to a party vibe. That little, like, not like too much, but like when I was in Puerto Rico, I, ate a little bit, maybe a little Grambo, fucking coasted around sweating. It was too fucked up to talk to anybody. Everyone else went to bed. I was still awake. I was like, I come all the way here to go to sleep. Then again, maybe I should have taken
That's
a
the
nap and
luxury
gotten up.
zone.
But I do like the mushies, and maybe the mushroom vape will be a good time. I'll keep y'all posted on that. I also found Liddy chocolate balls, so I got those. They got 1,200 milligrams of THC across the bag.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, there's a lot of them in it. It's like a Malteser's bag, or one of them. It's like a whole like thing. So I figured that should be good to go for whale watching times. And but yeah. So what are you up to in the next week? I know you got your upcoming show, but what else?
Yeah, that's what we getting ready for, the get together put together by, Flacco, Mike, and Destiny out in the Mount Vernon medicine spot. Let me get y'all that address really, really quickly. And so yeah, getting ready for that this weekend for sure. On top of some other things. Yes. So it is called the Alternative Medicine Bureau. Okay. 29 Elm Avenue Street, 1A, Mount Vernon, New York, 10550. Make sure you're joining us. Come say hello to me, Flacco. Of course, Holden won't be there because Holden's all the way in Canada, guys. So, Holden ain't gonna
So
be there.
one of these shows, maybe I'll drive down and pop in, but
There you go.
probably
One of
not
these
the
days.
one that's between the Puerto Rico trip and then the next trip. It might not be between those two trips. But
so
yeah,
the
no, we have the
10th
car
I'll
now,
be there.
so it's doable.
So the 10th we'll have that, and then on the 16th, that Friday, the following weekend, I'll be at Secret Pour for the Liftoff event, Liftoff Chronicles, given by K Gaines and the Sessions, and hosted by K Gaines and Life Law. And then after that, I'll be back to recording, back in the studio, so I can actually do some videos and get some work done. But yeah, and hopefully in September I'll be in Jersey. So I'm out here. I'm performing. I'm everywhere now.
Let's go. That's dope. For me, I don't think I have a lot of meetings this week. So I recently something I did last week I forgot was I pitched a show to a guy in the scene that I work with, but this guy has like all kinds of video gear and like a real team. Like they actually have a show they have on a network in Quebec. Like they're like really know how to do that side of life. So I went to buy the studio. I pitched homie my idea, and he's like, let's make it happen. You run it, and I'll give you the resources to make it happen. So now I have to like get on the planning part, but the quick version is it's going to be food related, and it's going to be a blind food taste test styled show where we can, if done right, maybe even incorporate like guests into it and like some extra shit, but it'll be a blind food taste test for like a specific food item, but the no-name brands, not like the main brands, but the different options around the city. So we're gonna see what we can do with that, because like with the right team, we can get government money, we can get company money, like we can really get. You are muted, but we can really get funded.
Money.
Yo, because it's so like legitimate and clean and relevant. Like if you came to Montreal and you were trying to save $3 on chips and you knew that this was the brand to get, I'm not saying that's what you're trying to do, but I'm saying if that was what you was trying to do, nobody's doing that.
Right. Dope
yeah,
shit.
So I have a few meetings there. Plus, this dude, I can't say definitively it's him, but let's say he's connected to a graffiti artist that has started tagging Bonjour Hi all over my neighborhood, because we're known for that, because it's some bilingual bullshit. And so the community's really hyped up, so he's effectively commissioned me to write a Bonjour Hi song. So I got a couple beats that I have to go and fucking find one that's like some pop bullshit and then produce that. And I don't know if I'm necessarily going to get paid, but all of the costs related to the song will get dealt with And if this goes viral on some stupid Quebec politics shit, that will be such a weird blessing. So I got to do that this week. And I got a show on the 18th at Blue Dog on Saint Laurent. And it's not like a small set. I got one of them 25-minute sets, so I get to actually go do a 1-2 with it. So like, I'm really excited. It's not a big venue or nothing, but I told the guy like it has to be at least 20 minutes, and he said yeah. So now I can really like plan this out, like with the intro joint that, you know, I got a whole like thing I'm putting together in my head, and if all goes well, I'll give a spoiler. I'll have a trumpet player kind of fucking trumpeting on top of my shit in like a freestyle way, like while I'm fucking rapping. I'm trying to. Well, yo, that's what everyone said. Like, yo, okay, like here's some game from Montreal. If you really want to get booked in Montreal, don't come as a rapper. Come as a rapper with a band, and you will probably be able to get like $2,000-$3,000 versus the $200 you would get as a rapper, just because that's how this fucking city works. Right. You have to pay your band, but you'll get money.
Right. Well, I'm glad. I hope you do good at your shows, bro.
Oh, I love that shit. That's my favorite part. I did like even yesterday, like I performed. I was fucking dead tired, but like it was some new shit that nobody heard before. Like I got a couple of okay, hold in. Like we didn't see that coming from you, and you know, like that's where we at with it. I'm gonna drop this joint. It's very drill. I think it's the first drill styled song I've ever done. And then right after that, on my live set on the next one, fucking brass song. Just fucking complete genre hop on these motherfuckers.
There's a whole different side.
Yeah, because I mean that's what I do. That's, I guess somebody put it to me. That's like I guess what I bring. I can meld across genres pretty well while being consistently me. Anyway, I'm excited to prep for all that and then do some other meetings with some other business plannings and like you know, just trying to like find the right people to do some bigger business with. Now that I'm out there capable of doing more with my life, it's about finding a new team that wants to go even bigger so that we can travel more often and get fucked up in other countries. That's really what it's about for me. It's to get fucked up in other countries.
In other countries sound great.
Yeah, sounds like a fun time. But yeah, that's it for us today. Thank you all for coming through and watching. We appreciate you being here with us. Make sure to like and comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Also, if you are in New York, go to Sara Kana shows, you know, support Flacco stuff. I'm probably not going to that one.
Get together August 10th.
But it's really important to show that kind of love and people be out there doing their things. We'll be back next Monday around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live with another episode of Our Perspectives. Maybe Sarah will be there. Maybe Flacco will be there. We'll find out next week. And appreciate all of y'all again one more time. And live long and prosper, everybody.